Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon FireRed. Now, if you're watching this video, you wanted to take the long way to Fuchsia City, which means either you're too lazy to go get the bike, you want to get experience, or you're just really freaking bored and can't wait another 24 hours for another video from me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cover this in Mach speed, meaning that I'm just going to speed through this and, post-commentate over it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. Okay, so first off, head up these stairs and talk to this girl. She'll give you TM's 27 return because her Pokemon died and she doesn't need it anymore. Crybaby. Yeah. But anyway, return will do more damage depending on how much your Pokemon likes you. Now this trainer here, he has a Goldeen, and a Poliwag, and another Goldeen. Yeah, like you seriously have to go in with that combination. Anyway, and then we have this guy over here. He's just got a Tentacle, which is a Pokemon you're going to be seeing a lot of in a little bit. You're probably going to be annoyed of seeing it in a little bit. There's another Goldeen, of course. Fishing Full versus Pokemon Kid, one of my favorite lines in the game. This guy, he thinks he can win with just a Goldeen by itself. And Ivysaur grows to level 29 here. It learns Sweet Scent, but it cannot learn more than 4 moves. And I'm not going to learn it because Sweet Scent is a horrible move. It just lowers your foe's evasiveness. And this guy has 4 Pokemon, which is a bit tedious. He's got a Horsey, which is a new Pokemon you'll be able to catch in this route, which we're going to get into in a few minutes. Just go down here, and there's a Snorlax here. Now, long story short, I didn't feel like catching another Snorlax, though, so I just defeated it to see what would happen. And when you beat Snorlax, this is kind of weird. Just watch what happens. It calmed down and gave a huge yawn, return to the mountains. What mountains? We're in the middle of the freaking ocean. The nearest mountain's Mount Moon. Anyway, if you headed over there where I was facing, you could have gotten the item finder from the Professor Oak's aid there if you had 30 Pokemon. If you talk to this guy, he'll give you the Super Rod, which is the best fishing rod in the game. And with that Super Rod, you'll be able to catch Pokemon like Horsey here. Now, Horsey, once fully evolved, is a great Pokemon. It's really learned some great moves. Once it's fully evolved, it only has one weakness, which is Dragon, though. But you can't access its last evolution in the main story of this game, though, so I would seriously say pass for now. Now, as you'll see, it says SR, GR. The SR stands for Super Rod, and the GR stands for Good Rod, which Good Rod is actually an item we haven't gotten yet, which is weaker than the Super Rod. Go figure, you can get the Super Rod before getting the Good Rod. In fact, the Good Rod's located in this area after this one, which is so weird. Then next up is Krabby. Now, Krabby, I'm not going to make any jokes regarding its name, though, but it's got some really good attack on it, and it's got pretty good physical defense, though, but it just doesn't learn very good moves. I mean, I guess if you wanted to have a unique water type, I wouldn't totally not recommend this one. It's just that it's a bit of trouble to raise just because it doesn't learn such great moves. And it's a little bit slow, though, but, it's got a massive attack stat and also pretty massive defense stat. It just doesn't have a whole bunch of HP to back that up, though, but it's an okay Pokemon, I guess. And then next up is Psyduck. Now everybody freaking knows Psyduck. Psyduck is just awesome. Well, actually it's not too bad of a special attacker once it evolves. I guess if you wanted a special attacker, I guess it could kind of do the job. And if I remember correctly, you're going to be getting a Psychic TM soon, though, so that could actually be good for it. And you can catch it at some pretty decent levels too, though, so it's really not that bad. Also, as you might notice, on the percentage there, it says Surf. Now, Surf is a move that lets you cross water that we're going to be getting in a little bit. We don't have it yet, though, but if there's a Pokemon you can catch by fishing, you can also catch by surfing. It'll be noted in its bio. Then next up on the new Pokemon you can catch here, there's a lot of them. We have Slowpoke. As its name implies, it's very slow. Now, as you can see, it has 2 evolutions. One you can get in this game, which is the top one, Slowbro, and the other one you cannot get in the main story of this game, which is Slowking. Now, Slowbro is really defensive. Slowking is really offensive, but as their name is implied, they are very slow, and as such, they really aren't too great. I guess if you wanted a defensive Pokemon, Slowbro might be able to do the job a little bit, though, but they have so many weaknesses. I think they have like 5 weaknesses altogether because they're weird typing, though, so I wouldn't recommend Slowpoke at all. And then last up is Gyarados. So I guess if you ever wanted a Gyarados but didn't feel like raising a Magikarp up from level 20 back at Mount Moon, now's your chance. You can actually catch them as high as level 25 if you got the Super Rod. And, they're not too rare. So, yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty good. You can get, and, level 25 is a pretty decent level for this part of the game, though. So if you wanted a Gyarados, you can get one now. They have fantastic defense. They learn some awesome moves. Just all around their stats are really good. And Water Flying's kind of a weird type, though. And even though that electric types are really going to hurt and everything, I mean, having an immunity to ground, that's fantastic. It's actually a very good Pokemon. And like I said, if you wanted one but didn't feel like raising a Magikarp, now's your chance. Now, continuing on from that, let's just head down here. If you have cut, you can cut this tree down. You have to fight this trainer here who wants a moonstone for some dumb reason, so that he can evolve his Nidorino, I guess. Anyway, there you can get an iron, which will raise your Pokemon's defense if you use it on him. Which is getting into competitive play, though, but whatever. Anyway, over down here, there's some grass. Like, you can get Gloom, which is Oddish's evolved form. I didn't recommend Oddish back then, back when we could catch it out north of Cerulean, and I don't recommend it now either, okay? It's just, it's really slow, and they don't have good stats, okay? Especially this, they're really, really slow, and they just aren't worth it, alright? So, I didn't recommend it back then. I don't recommend it now, like I said. And then next up here we have Weepinbell, like I said before, with Bellsprout. If you can get it fully evolved into Victory Bell by buying Leaf Stone in Celadon City. They actually learn, well, they don't learn the greatest moves though, but Weepinbell's actually a pretty decent mixed attacker, which, like I said, surprised me when I was checking it out for this Let's Play and everything. It actually, yeah, you can use it for physical attacking, you can use it for special attacking. It's actually a pretty good Pokemon though, so if you don't have a Grass Poison type or whatever, I suppose you could use this one, and having a, you know, something that can't be poisoned is going to be really good for the next gym. Hint, hint. And I mean the poison status element, not poison type attacks. Next up we have Venonat, and Venonat is a bug poison type. Very unique type. I just don't recommend it though because of the sheer number of weaknesses that it has, and its stats aren't all that great too. Plus, as weird as this sounds, its evolved form Venomoth, even though it clearly can fly, it can still be hurt by ground attacks. Yeah, I know, it's stupid. So yeah, I would totally pass on Venonat. I wouldn't recommend it though. I guess if you want to be unique though, that's really the only time I'd recommend it though, but yeah, I just don't really think it's that great of a Pokemon at all. And then continuing on from there, we have a maze of fences coming up. Now, there's a way you can go through this maze without fighting anybody, plus getting a PP up, though, so I'm just going to do that. Also, I'm not going to note past Pokemon that can appear in this area just because we're kind of strapped for time in this video, going kind of fast. I got into a battle there, and Arcanine leveled up there, well, Growlithe, and it tried to learn Takedown, though, so I got rid of Roar for it. Takedown's a great move, you just kind of hurt yourself when you use it. Anyway, this is the route you need to go through, and there you go. Long story short, I tried to check that area for hidden items, didn't find any, whatever. I tried to check this area for hidden items, didn't find any there either. There is a Pineapple Berry hidden there, though. If you go up here and you have cut, you can go through here and you don't have to fight anybody. This girl here just has a Pikachu and a Raichu, which you should have seen already. There's a Rain Dance team there, and if you fight these guys, you can see Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan in your Pokedex, which are really good fighting-type Pokemon you'll be able to get pretty soon. Spoilers! Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, there they are, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I needed to show them to you. I don't know. It's a weird train of thought, but whatever. And yeah, they're actually really good fighting types. Hitmonlee's more offensive, Hitmonchan's more defensive. And with that, we have made it. If you go up these stairs really quick and you've caught 50 kinds of Pokemon, you can talk to this guy and he'll give you an experience share, which if you equip it to a Pokemon, it will get part of the experience from each battle that you win. So if you have a weak Pokemon that you want to raise and don't want to keep switching out, you can get that. But unfortunately, I don't have 50 kinds of Pokemon. Anyway, just go through here, and you have now made it to Fuchsia City! Whatever. Anyway, this is Fuchsia City. Just, I guess, rest up at the Pokemon Center, and I guess if you want to do more training, just head back out to either of the ways that we came here, fight the trainers there, because we got a gym battle coming up, which we're going to cover in the next part.